Alright, this is my stove out of my sailboat. It's an Orgio. Uh, I'm not sure if it's a 3000 or what it is. I think it's a 6000. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because it's 6000 because it's got an oven. Most popular one is the 3000. It burns with like denature alcohol. It works really well. I just saw a video and it boiled water faster than a propane, and I wouldn't have to carry around propane tanks. So I've taken it apart already, and here's the racks, and there's also a thing, I forget what it's called, but it holds the pot, like holds the pot from sliding. These here are arms that allow it to move, but it'll be attached onto the cabinet area that these attach to this gimbal, and it allows the stove to move as the boat heals. As I looked at this, and I thought, you know, it takes a lot of room with the oven attached to it. So I was going to take it all apart and clean it. And I got looking at it, and this whole assembly here comes apart from the oven. And I don't see that I would really use the oven that much to cook with. So my thought is, these are the, oh, and here's the containers that the denature alcohol goes into. You fill it up and then you just light it from underneath, but I'll show you that in a minute. And same as with the oven, because it takes so much space. See, there's a pot there for it too. That's a little, there's another container underneath it. Oops. That comes out from here, and I'll have to use, I can't get that undone yet. Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe. So anyways, that'll come undone. And then I was looking, like I said, I was looking at this, and I'm thinking, man, this will just come apart just like the 3000. It would just set individually by itself. So I'm going to take it apart, and I'm going to show you after I get it apart what it looks like. I can't do this with my phone in my hand. I'm going to sit it down there for a second. And I had it open. Okay, so here it is. This part is all separate from this piece that holds, you know, that sits on top of the oven. I thought, well, I can reattach these gimbals to this without the plate here for the oven and use it, you know, use it in here. And this is where you fill it. You can take them out and fill it up and stuff, but there's like cotton in here, and this fills up, and I guess they say it holds like maybe a 1.5 liters or something, maybe 1.2 liters. Anyways, whatever it holds, it burns approximately 4 hours. There's also covers you can get for it, that you can cover this, that prevents it from, you know, evaporating. So then this is how you control it. This is the only moving part you have. This part of the hinge of the thing, so it has very little moving parts to mess up and break. And this right here is the only other thing you have that moves. So this adjusts your flame. So you can high, low, all right? And then the same thing for this other one. So it's a 2-burner stove. And these cost a little bit of money. They're not cheap. And it's stainless steel. I'm just going to clean it up really good and polish it up and see how it does. So, because it would take up so much less room on the boat, and I would really don't need the oven, because I have a grill. I have a grill and I have a microwave. And that just makes more sense to me to just have this little stove, and I'll show you what it looks like after I get it all apart. But I think it's going to work better for me. So, all right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I'm back, and I've taken off the gimbal ends here, and they will fit. I'm going to clean this up really good, but yes, they will go back on there and fit and be perfectly fine for gimbaling, you know, the movement. And this is one unit, so it's like having a Orgio 3000 with 2 burners. So, and you could probably make it, I would look on, you know, better at my boat, but I believe that I could make some kind of slider for it to slide, and then a cabinet in the back. I do have a, if I choose, I guess. I'm not sure exactly where it attaches on my boat because I haven't had it on the boat, but I do have this, which I'm going to clean up and re-stain, but it sits right on top here. It doesn't really drop over the edge. I'm thinking that maybe I might make something to help it stay on the edge, because there's like a, I don't know if it's, you know, there's an edge here, see, on the sides. So I'm not sure how that fit in there, but I'm sure I can come up with something that will keep this stable while, you know, I'm not using it, and then it gives me more countertop. That's my thought. And it protects the top of the burners. So I also need to get the thing that holds the pots on there, and I forget what it's called, a jack something, pot jack, no, I forget what it's called. But anyways, somebody will tell me. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it all up, put it all back together, and show you that I don't need to buy a stove. I can use this, and it's going to work just great. I know it is. All right, I'll be back after I get it all cleaned up and show you what it looks like back together, except for the oven. We're not going to use the oven. I don't need the oven. I have a grill and microwave, and so, I mean, if worse comes to worse, you know, you can use those little ovens for toaster ovens, and that can work for my oven as well. All right, see you in a little bit. Bye. All right, I am back after I have cleaned it all up and polished it up as best I could. I took these off, cleaned these, put them back on for the gimbal, so I mean, it works great. I think it'll be fine. It is so much smaller without this oven. It just makes it, I think, more feasible for me, and then I don't have to buy a new stove. So that was a smart thing I discovered here with this thing. So, and then besides that, I actually have an extra pot here, which came out of the oven. So if I want to get rid of the oven, I might as well keep this pot for extra. Just keep it in case I need to replace another one. That's what you do. You carry extras and you replace if you need to. So this Orgio stove is I think it's going to really work. Sweden people, I guess, pretty smart on this. This stove is pretty popular amongst the campers, and they use it a lot. They also have a single one, which I've heard some people carry for hiking to use because it's a single burner, and it's really not that heavy, and you can get the fuel anywhere, denatured fuel anywhere. So that's one thing that's good about it. You can't always get propane when you go to different countries, and so I have to think about that when I go on the boat down on the ocean and everything. And different places that I go may not always have you know, fuel, but denatured alcohol, you can carry it with you. It's a little safer on the boat than propane, and it just will work good, and I don't have to worry about it. So I also cleaned this up here, and I figured out that once I put the burner on here, pot holder, burner, top rack, whatever you want to call it, once I put that rack on there, I found out that when I drop that down there, it stays there just fine. So it'll work great. All right, you guys, check out my YouTube, like my videos, subscribe so I can get more people and keep bringing you videos, and up to our getting ready for going out on the boat. Right now, like I said, my boat is still in Carlisle, at the lake, Carlisle Lake, and then from there in September, October, I will be taking it down to the Gulf, either Alabama or Mississippi, and once I find a marina. But there's a lot to do here to get her ready. So come check me out on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page, a group page you can join. It is Sailing Dance with Waves. All right, guys, have a good evening. Have a nice holiday. It's Memorial Weekend, and like I said, have fun with your family. Enjoy. Take care. God bless.